Hi everyone. In this video we're going to learn how to factorize into single brackets. When we multiply two or more numbers together to make another number, we call the numbers we multiplied together the factors, and the result we get we call the product. 3 and 4 in this case are the factors, and 12 is the product. We can use factor trees like this to help us find combinations of factors that will result in the same product. 12 can be made up by multiplying 3 times 4, or 6 times 2. Don't forget 12 can also be made up by multiplying itself by 1, so 12 and 1 are also factors of 12. The expression at the top has been factorized, and the expression underneath is the expanded version. In the expanded expression, we're multiplying a by 4, and then adding that to b multiplied by 4. We can save time and effort by simply adding a and b together first, and then multiplying that result by 4. Both expressions result in the same answer, but the factorized version is more simple and able to use fewer parts. When you go on to do GCSE maths, you can also use factorization to help you solve equations. To recap terminology, we refer to the a and the b, and any other letters that come up in this video as the variables, and the numbers that multiply them the coefficients. 4 in this case is the coefficient. Okay, let's start factorizing. The first thing we need to do is to find the highest common factor for both sides of the expression. So we'll draw factor trees for each coefficient. We can make 8 by multiplying 4 and 2, and we could make 4 by multiplying 2 and 2, giving us a highest common factor of 2, but this would be a mistake, because we could make 4 by multiplying 4 and 1, giving us a highest common factor of 4. When we've found the highest common factor, we're going to rewrite the expression using two sets of brackets for each side, with the plus or minus operation between the two sets of brackets. 8n is the same as 4 times 2 times n, so we'll write it like this, using the times symbols to separate them to make it really clear what's happening. Although 4 times 1 is of course just 4, it's vitally important not to simplify that to just 4. You must leave it as 4 times 1 in the second set of brackets. Once you've written the factors and any variables as two sets of brackets like this, the next step is to collect like terms. We'll start by looking at the 4 in the first set and seeing if we can pair it up with a 4 in the second set. In this case we can, so we cross them both out and write the 4 underneath. Okay, let's have a look at the next item in the first set of brackets, the 2. We can't pair that up either. And the next item, the n, we can't pair that up. So once you're sure you've collected all the like terms, we draw our first opening bracket. And let's see what we had left. We had a 2 times n, which we write as 2n, plus a 1, and then we close the bracket, and that expression is now factorized. We can check our work by substituting a number for the variable. Let's make n 10. 8 times 10 is 80, plus 4 is 4 in our expanded version of the expression, and in our factorized version, 2 times 10 is 20, plus 1 is 21, multiplied by 4 is also 84. Great. Okay, let's try an expression with two variables this time. Same as before, we need to find the highest common factor first. 14 and 21 are both in the 7 times table, so 7 is going to be the highest common factor. We'll then rewrite the expression using two sets of brackets, like this, and then we'll collect the like terms. We can pair up the 7, so let's write the 7 down there. We can't pair up the 2, and we can't pair up the x, so we now draw our first opening bracket. Everything else is going to go inside, the 2x, the plus, the 3, and the y. And that's our factorized expression. Another way that you can check your work is by expanding the expression you've just factorized. So 7 times 2x is 14x, and 7 times 3y is 21y. This takes us right back to where we started. Good job. We'll try a slightly trickier expression this time. This time, the variable is squared, and all this means is that it's being multiplied by itself. So what the expression is really saying is 9 times b minus 15 times b. It looks like 3 is going to be our highest common factor. So we rewrite the expression using brackets again. That's a 3 paired up. It's really important we only match up one item from each set of brackets at a time. There is another 3 in the first set of brackets, but not another 3 in the second, so we have to leave that where it is. We can match up a b, cross it out, write it down below, and that's all we can do. So we're ready to draw our first bracket. Move everything else in, minus this time. 5, close the brackets, and that's our factorized expression. Okay, your turn to have a go at these. Good luck.